Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Tuesday. It's July 2nd. Hope your morning is going well. We got no economic news scheduled for today. Tomorrow we'll get the ADP numbers. And then I believe the weekly jobless claims, which were typically due on Thursday, but due to the holiday, I believe they're going to be moved over to Friday, which will be released along with a Bureau of Labor Statistics job numbers that will be released, which will be really the big one for this week, Friday. So let's jump ahead here to the headline news. Stock market's down. It had a pretty good rally yesterday on the euphoria of U.S. and China agreeing to get back to the table. Now that's kind of wearing off a little bit. They don't want to, because the rallies were kind of in high position for equities and can be a little volatile. They are kind of holding off to see where the economy is moving, the U.S. and global economy, whereas they want to see what these job numbers look like on coming Friday. So they're there's some the anticipation for the job numbers is just kind of growing right now. We had some news, of course, with U.S. and China. President Trump had reiterated that yes, U.S. and China are now back to the tables so far via phone, back and forth. There's also some little press that came out on U.S. and the European Union, where there might be some little tension created in the sense that there's some disagreements on subsidies given to people like Airbus and Boeing, and there might be additional tariffs, maybe about $4 billion on tariffs on a separate spat between the two. So there's a little bit of trade tension between those two. And then we got OPEC and Russia kind of getting together and basically saying they're going to pull back uh, on oil production, so as to stabilize pricing for oil, and of course, raise it a bit. So they want to cut production, and of course, bring the prices up higher. So be prepared for a little higher gas prices in the near future here. So let's see how this is playing out in the bond market. We started off a bit lower, as you can see, but right now we're up about 14 basis points. So if this gets sustain this a little bit longer, we're up against this ceiling of resistance. If we could sustain that, we could potentially have a better pricing. So we did start off lower, but East Coast they got their pricing, but West Coast we were not quite yet receiving our pricing yet, and we may see better pricing coming up here. East Coast will probably get a rate. A price for the better. They'll probably get a reprice later on. Here on the West Coast, again, if this sustains itself, we could potentially see when they get the rate sheets out, they'll probably go ahead and price for the better today. So I would say either unchanged to maybe better pricing today on this. So it depends if this can sustain itself. It was when I first came on looking at this, we were up about 6 to 8 basis points, and then it climbed up to 14 basis points. So that's why I say if it could sustain itself, we could potentially see a little better pricing today here. Same thing for treasuries. We're down a bit. We're down to that 2% right now. We do got some room down here to go down to the 1.93 range, and we might see this. As you can see, we've been seeing a lot of this. We'll go sideways, it'll drop down. We'll go sideways, drop down, and that seems to be kind of the pattern. So we right now we're going sideways. Could drop down here and go sideways again for the next level here. So just prepared. This will once this comes down, this will add less pressure on the bonds, and bonds will shoot up a bit further, and we'll get better rates. But in the near term, we're just kind of going in a sideways sideways pattern right now. All right, so that's pretty much a wrap for the day. Rates are either unchanged to potentially being better today. And if you guys are needing any pre-approvals or any refinancing needs, give me a shout. You can direct message me, and be more than happy to answer any questions and assist you in any way possible. My company is licensed for all 50 states, so love to hear from you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.